Marcus Aurelius never talked about love, yet his mindset can save modern relationships. In 2026, relationships are under more pressure than ever before. People are distracted, stressed, and emotionally overloaded. Social media creates comparison. Phones steal attention. Everyone wants instant happiness, but very few people want long-term responsibility. Love today is fast, emotional, and fragile. Marcus Aurelius believed the opposite way of living. He believed strength comes from character, not comfort. He believed peace comes from self-control, not external validation. And he believed that how you treat others shows who you are inside. When you apply this way of thinking to a relationship, everything starts to change. A strong relationship is not built by forcing your partner to change. It is built by mastering yourself first. Marcus Aurelius wrote that you always have power over your mind, not over outside events. In relationships, your partner is an outside event. You cannot control their moods, words, or decisions. Trying to do that only creates frustration. But you can control how you respond. The moment you accept this truth, your relationship becomes calmer. You stop fighting reality. You stop expecting perfection. You begin to respond with wisdom instead of emotion. Most conflicts in relationships begin with expectations. You expect your partner to understand you without explanation. You expect them to behave the way you would behave. When they don't, anger appears. Marcus Aurelius trained himself to see people as they are, not as he wanted them to be. In a relationship, this means accepting that your partner is human. They will have bad days. They will say the wrong thing. They will disappoint you sometimes. Acceptance does not mean tolerating disrespect. It means not creating drama over normal human flaws. When you accept your partner's nature, you reduce unnecessary conflict. In 2026, emotional reactions happen very fast. A late reply can cause overthinking. A small argument can turn into silence for days. Marcus Aurelius believed that the first reaction is usually the weakest one. He practiced pausing before responding. This pause is powerful in relationships. When your partner upsets you, your instinct may be to defend, attack, or shut down. But when you pause, you give yourself space to choose a better response. A calm response can stop an argument before it grows. Over time, your partner feels emotionally safe with you. Emotional safety is more important than romance. Another important Stoic lesson is responsibility. Marcus Aurelius believed blaming others weakens you. In relationships, blame destroys connection. Instead of asking why your partner is always wrong, a Stoic asks what they can improve. This does not mean you take all the blame. It means you focus on what you can control: your tone, your words, your actions. When you take responsibility for your behavior, you gain respect. You become emotionally mature. One emotionally mature person can change the entire direction of a relationship. Respect is another key Stoic value. Respect means speaking calmly even when you are angry. It means not using harsh words just to win an argument. In 2026, many people confuse honesty with cruelty. They say whatever they feel and call it being real. Marcus Aurelius believed true honesty must be guided by wisdom. You can express your feelings without hurting the other person. You can set boundaries without shouting. When respect becomes your habit, conflicts stop feeling dangerous. They become normal conversations instead of emotional wars. Ego is one of the biggest enemies of relationships. Everyone wants to be right. Everyone wants to win. Marcus Aurelius warned that ego blinds the mind. In relationships, winning an argument often means losing closeness. Stoic thinking asks a simple question: is being right more important than being connected? Most of the time, it is not. Letting go of ego creates peace. Peace creates trust. Trust creates a strong bond that lasts longer than temporary victories. Patience is another Stoic strength. Marcus Aurelius lived through stress, war, and betrayal, yet he constantly reminded himself to be patient with others. In relationships, patience means understanding that change takes time. Your partner will not grow overnight. You will not either. When you demand fast change, you create pressure. Pressure kills intimacy. Patience creates space. Space allows growth. When your partner feels accepted, they are more likely to improve naturally. Stoicism also teaches emotional independence. This does not mean emotional distance. It means not depending on your partner for your happiness. Many relationships in 2026 fail because people expect their partner to fill every emotional gap. Marcus Aurelius believed peace comes from within. When you rely fully on someone else for validation, you become fearful. Fear leads to jealousy, control, and insecurity. When you are emotionally stable on your own, you bring calm energy into the relationship. Two emotionally strong people build a stronger connection. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that life is short. This awareness made him more forgiving. In relationships, remembering that life is short changes how you handle conflict. Small arguments stop feeling important. You choose kindness over pride. You choose understanding over silence. This mindset does not weaken love. It strengthens it. Attention is one of the rarest things in 2026. Marcus Aurelius believed your life becomes what you pay attention to. In relationships, attention is love in action. Listening fully. Being present. Putting the phone away. Making your partner feel seen. You don't need big gestures every day. You need consistent presence. When your partner feels valued, many problems disappear without effort. This is the Stoic foundation of a strong relationship. Master yourself before trying to fix the relationship. Control your reactions. Take responsibility. Choose respect over ego. Practice patience. Build inner strength. आगे के पाठ में हम देखेंगे कि मार्कस ऑरेलियस के प्रिंसिपल्स का यूज करके आर्ग्यूमेंट्स, इमोशनल डिस्टेंस और पेन को कैसे हैंडल करें बिना रिलेशनशिप को डैमेज किए. In every relationship, conflict is unavoidable. Distance appears. Words hurt. Silence grows. Most people panic when this happens. They think something is broken. Marcus Aurelius would say something very different. He would say this is normal. Human beings are imperfect, emotional, and inconsistent. Expecting a relationship without conflict is unrealistic. The real question is not how to avoid problems, but how to face them without destroying the bond. In 2026, the way you handle conflict matters more than the conflict itself. One of the most powerful Stoic ideas is this: pain comes not from events, but from the meaning we give to them. When your partner pulls away, forgets something important, or speaks harshly, the pain is real. But the story you tell yourself about it creates suffering. You might think they don't care anymore, they don't respect me, or they are trying to hurt me. Marcus Aurelius trained himself to separate facts from assumptions. The fact might be that your partner is stressed or tired. The assumption is that their behavior is a personal attack. When you remove assumptions, your emotional reaction softens. This clarity prevents unnecessary damage. Arguments often escalate because people speak while emotionally charged. Marcus Aurelius believed you should never act while disturbed. In relationships, this is critical. If you feel anger rising, silence is not weakness. Silence is strategy. Taking time to calm down allows your rational mind to return. Many relationships are damaged not by the issue itself, but by words said in anger. Once spoken, words cannot be taken back. Stoic discipline teaches you to delay your response, not avoid the conversation. When you return to the discussion calmly, the tone changes completely. Another Stoic principle is choosing long-term harmony over short-term release. Yelling, sarcasm, and blame may feel satisfying in the moment, but they poison trust. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to act in a way his future self would respect. In a relationship, this means asking yourself, will I be proud of how I handle this tomorrow? If the answer is no, pause. Emotional self-control is attractive. it creates respect. Over time, your partner learns that conflict with you does not feel threatening, and this reduces fear and defensiveness. Distance in relationships is another challenge, especially in 2026. Busy schedules, mental stress, and digital distractions slowly pull people apart. Many react to distance with anxiety or control. They demand attention, ask too many questions, or accuse their partner of not caring. Marcus Aurelius would advise the opposite approach. He believed forcing things only creates resistance. When distance appears, focus on your own balance. Stay kind, stay consistent. When you stop chasing and start stabilizing yourself, the connection often returns naturally. Stoicism also teaches you to speak with purpose. Many arguments happen because people speak to be heard, not to understand. Marcus Aurelius valued listening more than speaking. In relationships, listening without preparing a defense is rare, but powerful. When your partner feels truly heard, their emotional intensity drops. You don't need to agree with everything they say. You need to understand how they feel. Understanding creates connection, even in disagreement. Emotional pain is another unavoidable part of love. Disappointment, jealousy, and insecurity appear even in strong relationships. Marcus Aurelius believed emotions are temporary visitors, not permanent truths. When jealousy arises, instead of acting on it, observe it. Ask where it comes from. Often it comes from fear, not reality. When you don't let emotions control your behavior, they lose power over time. This inner discipline prevents toxic patterns from forming. Another Stoic lesson is not keeping score. Many relationships fail because people track who gave more, who apologized last, and who is more wrong. Marcus Aurelius believed resentment harms the one who holds it. Keeping score creates emotional debt that never truly gets paid. Letting go of past mistakes creates freedom. This does not mean ignoring serious issues. It means not using the past as a weapon in every argument. Stoicism also teaches you to communicate needs clearly and calmly. Many people expect their partner to read their mind. When that doesn't happen, they feel unloved. Marcus Aurelius valued clarity. In relationships, clarity means expressing what you need without blame. Instead of saying, "You never care about me," say, "I feel disconnected and I need more time together." This shifts the conversation from attack to solution. Clear communication reduces misunderstanding. Trust is built through consistency, not promises. Marcus Aurelius believed actions matter more than words. In relationships, saying sorry means nothing without changed behavior. When you consistently show respect, patience, and presence, trust grows naturally. This kind of trust is strong because it is based on experience, not hope. Another challenge in 2026 is comparison. Social media shows perfect couples, happy moments, and idealized love. Marcus Aurelius warned against comparing your life to appearances. What you see online is not reality. Comparing your relationship to others creates dissatisfaction. Focus on what you can improve within your own relationship. Gratitude for what you have strengthens connection. Stoicism also teaches forgiveness, not as a favor to the other person, but as freedom for yourself. Holding on to anger keeps you emotionally tied to pain. Forgiveness allows you to move forward. This does not mean accepting repeated disrespect. It means not letting anger control your future behavior. When conflict, distance, and pain are handled with Stoic discipline, relationships become resilient. They don't break under pressure. They adapt. They mature. In the next part, we will explore how to build long-term love using Stoic habits, daily behavior, and inner strength that keeps a relationship strong for years, not just moments. A strong relationship is not built in emotional moments alone. It is built in daily habits, quiet decisions, and consistent behavior. Marcus Aurelius believed that a good life is created through daily practice, not occasional effort. The same is true for love. In 2026, many people wait for motivation to show care, patience, or effort. Stoicism teaches discipline instead. You act well not because you feel like it, but because it is the right thing to do. This mindset turns relationships from unstable to reliable. One of the most important Stoic habits is self-reflection. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself every day, questioning his actions and reactions. In a relationship, self-reflection prevents repeated mistakes. Instead of focusing on what your partner did wrong, ask yourself how you showed up today. Were you patient? Were you present? Were you respectful? Small daily awareness creates long-term change. When you improve yourself consistently, the relationship improves without force. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. Many relationships have intense highs and painful lows. Marcus Aurelius valued steadiness. In love, steadiness creates safety. Showing up emotionally every day, even in small ways, builds trust. A calm message, a kind tone, keeping your word. These actions seem small, but they compound over time. Your partner begins to rely on your stability. Stability is attractive and rare in 2026. Another Stoic habit is choosing virtue over comfort. It is easier to avoid difficult conversations. It is easier to stay silent or emotionally withdraw. Marcus Aurelius believed courage is a daily choice. In relationships, courage means addressing issues calmly instead of escaping them. It means being honest without being harsh. When problems are handled early, they don't turn into resentment. This habit keeps the relationship clean and healthy. Stoicism also teaches gratitude. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to appreciate what he had before it was gone. In relationships, gratitude shifts focus from what is missing to what is present. When you regularly acknowledge your partner's efforts, they feel valued. Feeling valued increases effort naturally. Gratitude creates a positive cycle. In 2026, where people are quick to complain, appreciation becomes powerful. Another key Stoic idea is adaptability. Life changes. People change. Marcus Aurelius accepted change as natural. In relationships, resistance to change creates conflict. Your partner will evolve. Your priorities will shift. Instead of fighting change, adapt together. This requires open communication and flexibility. When both partners grow individually while supporting each other, the relationship stays alive. Stoicism also teaches boundaries. Being kind does not mean tolerating disrespect. Marcus Aurelius believed in dignity. In relationships, dignity means knowing what behavior you accept and what you do not. Setting boundaries calmly and clearly prevents long-term resentment. Boundaries protect love. They do not destroy it. When both people respect boundaries, trust deepens. Another powerful habit is emotional regulation. Marcus Aurelius trained himself to remain calm under pressure. In relationships, emotional regulation prevents unnecessary damage. You will feel anger. You will feel disappointment. The goal is not to suppress emotions, but to manage them. When you respond calmly, even in difficult moments, you become a source of peace rather than chaos. Purpose is another overlooked element of strong relationships. Marcus Aurelius believed a meaningful life requires purpose. When both partners have individual purpose, the relationship becomes supportive rather than suffocating. You encourage each other's goals instead of competing for attention. Purpose reduces insecurity and increases respect. Time is the final Stoic teacher. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that time is limited. This awareness sharpens priorities. In relationships, it reminds you to choose kindness, presence, and patience. Small moments matter. Conversations matter. How you make your partner feel daily matters. When you act with this awareness, love becomes intentional. A relationship guided by Stoic principles does not depend on constant excitement. It depends on character, discipline, respect, inner strength. In 2026, where emotions change quickly and attention is divided, these qualities create relationships that last. Marcus Aurelius showed that true strength is quiet, controlled, and consistent. When you apply this wisdom to love, your relationship becomes calmer, deeper, and more resilient. Imagine how different your relationships would be if you responded with calm instead of anger, patience instead of pressure, and wisdom instead of ego. That is the power of Stoic thinking. If this video added value to your life, please like it. It truly supports the work behind the scenes. Share it with someone you care about, because good ideas deserve to travel. And subscribe to the channel for more content that helps you grow stronger mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. This is not just content, it's a mindset.